Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my classic USFL franchise with the New Orleans Breakers. As we are now week 14 of this new season in Madden 25. And as you can see, our New Orleans Breakers, if the season ended today, we would have the number 2 seed in the NFC, right behind the Philadelphia Stars. A couple of games have already been played this week, and I did live stream them, so you may have seen these. A couple of one of the games especially was a pretty crazy game. The Berlin Thunder, who previously had the number 1 seed in the AFC, locked up, lost that game, and got upset by the Los Angeles Express, 44-38. So kind of a crazy game there. Taking a look at the other seedings in the conferences, Philadelphia Stars would have the number 1 seed in the NFC at 10-2. They play the Birmingham Stallions at home this week, who aren't very good, so I expect Philadelphia to win that game. We're right behind, our Breakers are right behind them at 9-3, along with the Chicago Blitz, who is in the 3rd seed, and the Los Angeles Express, who I just mentioned, beat the Berlin Thunder at home. They're leading their division at 8-5. And then you have the Panthers, Generals, and Bandits behind them, who would get the wild card match. They would get the wild card spots if the season ended today. Our game this week is against the New Jersey Generals, who would have a 6th seed if the season ended today. So another tough team that we have to play this week. In the AFC, I did live stream the Portland Prowlers in their victory against the Sacramento Surge. They won their game this week 34-10. They would have the number 1 seed in the AFC. They're actually tied with the Berlin Thunder, but Portland would get the tiebreaker at this point. Berlin's right behind them with the same record. Then you have the Pittsburgh Maulers at 9-3. And then the Memphis Showboats, the AFC South is just terrible so far. The Showboats have a 5-7 record, but that is good enough for first place in the AFC South. So who knows what's going to happen in that division, as all the teams are currently bunched up together. Then you have the Denver Gold, who's had a great season so far. They're 8-5. They will get the 5 seed, and then you have Baltimore and Barcelona behind them at 7-6 and 6-6 respectively. Taking a look at our the Breakers' last game, I did live stream that game as well last week. In week 13, the Breakers did beat the Express 17-13. And a pretty defensive game. The Breakers are able to contain Trevor Lawrence. He did throw a key interception in that game, although he did throw for 273 yards. And Kenneth Walker was able to get 120 yards rushing. The Breakers defense was able to contain the Express offense just enough to win that game in a tight one. So we are on a 4-game winning streak. It has helped to have our last 3 games at home, but we have won our last 4 games. Our last 5 games, out of our last 5 games on the schedule, only 2 of them are at home. So it's going to be a challenge to keep our winning ways up for the rest of the season. As I mentioned, we do have the New Jersey Generals, who are 8-4. We're going on the road this week to play them. We do come back home after that to play the Federals, who are not very good. We then go to Milwaukee, who's an okay team. They're 6-6 right now. We then have the Las Vegas Vipers at home after that. And then the resurgent Tampa Bay Bandits, we go on the road to play them, one of our division opponents. So if we can win at least 3 or 4 of those games, it'll be good for our playoff seeding. So we'll see how good we can do there. On the injury front, we will be without James Conner, our starting running back this week. He has a hip pointer. He's only going to be out this week, though. unless he has some sort of setback. And then the only other player on the injury report is Travis Jones, one of our defensive tackles, and he's going to be out for another 4 weeks. So in practice this week, we actually had 8 players who gained 1 point overall rating. As our backup center, Bradley Bozeman, gained a point as he had an elite practice. He gained 2 points in pass block power. His physical potential might be limited, however, since he had good workouts but did not make any gains in any of his physical attributes. Marcus Jones made another point gain in his overall as he gained some man coverage and some acceleration, which is very nice. Those physical attributes not easy to do there. He's up to 97 in acceleration, and that bumps him up to 77 overall. We also had Kalen King, one of our rookie corners. He didn't gain much in his football skills, even though he had an elite practice, but he did gain +1 in speed. And he jumps up to a 67 overall. Travon Walker, our starting defensive end, he's up to an 83 overall now, gaining some power moves and play recognition. We also had Chauncey Golston, another one of our defensive ends, gaining some power moves, tackle, and finesse moves, so he's up to 74 overall. Backup tackle, Wanya Morris, he's up to 68 after gaining some run block power and some strength. We also had Bailey Zapp make some more improvements. He's up to 70 overall now, and he has just been skyrocketing in his overall rating. He is definitely a hidden gem type of player. He's now in the 70s overall. I can't remember exactly what he started out in the beginning of the season. We'll see in a second. He's definitely been one of the top players on our team in terms of improvement. We also had Kellen Mund, who had an elite practice. His overall didn't change, but he did make a series of improvements there. We had Bill Murray, not the comedian, one of our guards, up to 65 overall, one of our backup guards. And I think that's the highlights in terms of improvements for this week. We take a look at the overall progress of the players on the team. And as we can see, Bailey Zapp, as I mentioned earlier, he has gained 6 points of overall since the beginning of the season. He's gone from a 64 to 70 overall. And then we have Travon Walker and Keandre Coburn right behind him, as they've both gained 5 points of overall. So another good week of practice for the Breakers. We take a quick look at the entire league, and we can see Davis Mills still leads the league in terms of improvement. He's gained 7 points of overall, quarterback for the Michigan Panthers. All right, so let's go in game and start preparing for our game against the New Jersey Generals. All right, looks like we have an opportunity here to get a breakout player. This is for receiver. I'm guessing this might be Brian Thomas Jr. No, it's Wan'Dale Robinson. Appreciate you getting me involved so much last game. Felt like a big step forward to me. Way to cash in on opportunities. Sounds good. I'm ready for it, Coach. All right, Wan'Dale Robinson got star development, so we don't even have to do anything. He already gets it. So that is good to see there. And get him 2+ touchdowns. Okay, well, that's going to be tough. Now, even though I don't use the XP system, the Madden trainer tool will give him bonus potential points whenever a player gets an upgrade, a dev upgrade. So we'll still get that benefit from the upgrade. So the Generals are a very good offensive team. They're 4th in points scored per game. And they're actually 6th in the USFL in points given up per game. So a good overall rounded team. As you can see, their overall ratings, they're 86 overall rated as a team, and their offense is 89. So they're certainly higher than us. They have Tua Tagovailoa as their starting quarterback. We take a quick look at their roster. And Tua is a 94 overall in this franchise, so he is pretty good. They do have a couple of good running backs, Devon Kane and Tyler Algier at the running back positions. They have DJ Moore and Jacoby Myers at receiver. That's their top two receivers there. They have Njoku, but he is hurt, so that is good to see there. Jake Matthews anchoring their left tackle spot. Joey Tooney. So it looks like they have a pretty good offensive line. Very solid across the board. So that's definitely a strength, one of their strengths of their team. Their defensive line not quite as good, and they're banged up on the defensive line as well, as Lucas Van Ness is injured as well. And Puna Ford, they're much of their defensive line is banged up. So but their linebackers are hurt too. Cody Barton is injured as well. So they're definitely a team with a lot of injuries, particularly on defense. They have Darius Slay in the secondary as well. Antoine Winfield at safety. Von Bell. So a very talented team, but they appear to be a banged up team on defense. So this might be a high scoring game. We'll see. But I think the last remaining thing we need to do is make sure our active roster has the correct numbers. We are without our starting running back this week, so let's take care of that. I'm going to promote DeMarcado back to the active roster. He's been on the active roster before. He's been actually progressing pretty well, as he has a 72 overall. Not bad for a third string running back. Going to assign him to the active roster. And I think I'm going to just bring Dice here back to the practice squad if I can. Yeah, we can. So we should be good numbers-wise at this time. Taking a quick look at ongoing negotiations. I think I'm going to re-sign to Sean Vaughn, one of our backup running backs. He has had steady improvement, and he's never had a bad week of practice or workouts. Only 24 years old, and he's a 72 overall. So I think I'm going to sign him to a 2-year deal. Natane Muti, I'm a bit torn on him. He has not had much improvement despite being 25 years old, but he is a 73 overall, and he can provide good depth in our interior line. So I'm going to just make him a neutral offer here, as we have plenty of cap space. Aaron Robinson, another one of those players who has steadily increased, especially at the beginning of the season, who can provide depth. I'm going to go ahead and make him an offer. Nathan Thomas, our backup right tackle. He's a 70 overall. He's a very young player. He's a rookie. And he has progressed very well so far this season. I think I'm going to want to sign him. Give him some incentive here too. All right, so we're not sure if we'll be able to sign him. We also have Robbie Chosen here. He hasn't made great progress. He's 31 years old. We do have a lot of cap room though. So I think I'm just going to hold off on him for now. And I think that's all I'm going to re-sign for this week. All right, we're kicking it off, and the Generals will get the ball first. As he makes a move, and he gets all the way to the 39-yard line to start off. As Tua comes onto the field for the Generals' first drive. First down and 10 for the Generals at the 39-yard line. As O'Kane gets the first carry of the game, and that goes for 2 yards. Greenlaw on the tackle for the Breakers. It's going to be second down and 8. Yeah, that's going to be another run for O'Kane. He gets another. Looks to be about 3 yards. This can be third down and 5. Both these teams having a great season so far. And that is incomplete. Good coverage there by the Breakers. And the Breakers able to hold the Generals to a 3 and out. And that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Breakers starting out at the 20-yard line, first and 10. And he gives it to Eckler. He cuts it back up the middle. And that's going to help him get 8 yards on the carry. Generals blitzing, but Stroud's able to get the pass off, and that's going to be a first down. As Juwan Johnson makes the catch. Stroud rolls out to his left, and he's going to take off. And he has some running room to the left side. And he gets 31 yards on a scramble. So big play there for the Breakers. They have it first down to 10 now at the 36-yard line. Eckler up the middle. He has some room to the right side as he cuts it up. And he gets 9 yards. He's second down and 1. Play action by Stroud. He rolls out to his right, and he's going to take off once again. He's hit hard, but not before he gets the first down. As there is a general shaking up. That is Odiingbo, the linebacker. Stroud throws it, and it is caught. That's good for 9 yards. It's going to be second down and 1. Breakers can call any play in the playbook in this situation. Stroud dumps it off to the back, and that is complete for our first down. And it's Eckler. And Eckler gets another carry for 2 yards. That time it's going to be 2nd down and 8. And we have some movement along the lines. Let's see who this is against. This is going to be offsides on the Generals. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 3. And that pass is tipped at the line. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Stroud rolls out to his left, but he's getting pressured and he has to throw it away. So the Breakers miss an opportunity there to punch it into the end zone, and it's going to be 4th down. And the short field goal is good as Lutz hits it through, and it is 3-0 Breakers. Tua throws it deep and into double coverage, and it is incomplete. Breakers had excellent coverage there. It's 2nd down and 10. And that pass is overthrown that time. 3rd down and 10 now for the Generals. Tua goes deep, and that is caught along the sidelines. That is Pierce with the catch, and that's going to be a 1st down for New Jersey at the 44-yard line. And that took a nearly perfect throw to complete that. And the Breakers are going to challenge this. Let's see, did he get 2 feet in? It looks like he might have had 2 feet in. And the Breakers lose the challenge, and so they lose the timeout there. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for New Jersey. Quick throw up the middle is caught by Pierce. That goes for 5 yards. And that pass is thrown at the feet of the receiver there. That didn't have a chance. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Tua throws, and Moore is open up the middle. And that's going to be another Generals 1st down. And the Tua found the receiver, but he fumbled the ball. And I believe the Generals fell on it. But that's essentially going to be no gain now, as they recovered the ball like 5 yards behind where the receiver caught it. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Ball's jumped up in the air. It is intercepted by Gilmore, who catches it, and he is down to the 27-yard line. Nice defensive play there for the Breakers, catching the tip pass, as the Generals were going well on their way to their first scoring drive. And that was a very timely play there by Gilmore. Gilmore actually initially tipped it himself, and he caught his own tipped ball. That's the first turnover of the game. Breakers take over the 27-yard line. And that's going to be a sack. As they say, Stroud did not get rid of the pass before he went down. That's a loss of 6 yards. Eckler with another carry there, only a yard on the play, and Juwan Johnson appears to be injured as he goes to the sidelines. Doesn't appear to be too serious. But it's going to be 3rd down and 15 yards for the Breakers. Stroud in the shotgun by himself. Generals blitzing, and Stroud completes it to Brian Thomas Jr. The Generals take a bit of a gamble and blitz there, and the Breakers made him pay that time as Stroud just floats it over to Brian Thomas Jr. in the slot, and that'll move the chains. Stroud throws it up the middle to Thomas, and that's going to be another 1st down on the slant route. And that's thrown to the flat. That was a dangerous throw there, and I don't think he caught it. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Eckler with the carry, has a bit of room, and he gets about 6 yards as Sutton makes a tackle for the Generals. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Stroud throws to the left side, and a diving interception is almost made there by Emerson. It is incomplete. Breakers might be in 4-down territory here. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 4, as the field goal will be too long to attempt. Stroud throws, and it is incomplete. As he threw in a double coverage that time, Generals will take over at the 41-yard line. So the Breakers did not take advantage of the interception by Tua. And O'Kane gets the handoff there, but it's only a 1-yard gain. He's 2nd down and 9. Tua in the pistol formation. And handoff is to number 25 there. I don't know who that is. But that's a 3-yard gain. That's going to be 3rd down and 6. Tua throws it up the middle. It's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down at the 8-yard line. Big catch there for number 16. And it's going to be 1st down and goal for the Generals. That is Myers with the catch. Jacoby Myers. That was O'Kane, I believe, that took the carry up the middle. And there's a breaker down on the defensive line as he goes to the bench. Hopefully it's not too serious there, but it's going to be 2nd down and goal for New Jersey. And the delay handoff almost gets to the end zone. He gets it to the 2-yard line, but it's going to be 3rd down and goal now. O'Kane back in the game. He's in that running back for the Generals. Tua is under center here. And O'Kane gets the handoff up the middle, and he pushes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Devon O'Kane gets the first touchdown of the game for either team. And we're tied at 6. And the Generals put the extra point through, and so they take the lead 7-6. Stroud's pass is dropped by Juwan Johnson. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Eckler gets the handoff. He has a player room to the left side. He's still running. He's to the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and he gets chased down at the 11-yard line. What a run there for Austin Eckler. And that is the big play that the Breakers offense needed there. It's 1st down and 10 at the 11. Vaughn makes a twist move there to break the tackle, and he actually gets 6 yards there. Vaughn getting more playing time at running back due to the injury to Connor. As we reach a 2-minute warning, Breakers threatening to retake the lead here. 2nd down and 4 at the 5-yard line. Stroud throws it, and it is caught by Juwan Johnson for a touchdown. It was a perfect throw by Stroud there to the outside. And so the Breakers are quickly able to respond to the touchdown by New Jersey. And it is now 13-7 Breakers. A 4-play, 76-yard drive. A big play by Eckler, of course, helped in on that drive. And Eckler catches it on the run, and he's still running. He's to the 40, 30, 20, 10, and nobody's going to catch Austin Eckler on the wheel route coming out of the backfield. And what a big play for the Breakers offense. And Austin Eckler once again, who makes his 2nd big play of the game. And he was gone as soon as he caught it. Breakers are going to go for 2 here. And that play didn't have a chance. And the score will remain 19-7. Kane with another tough run up the middle. He gets 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6. And wide open there is Myers, and he gets to the 22-yard line. Tua calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun. He goes play action, and wide open in the flat is number 83. And he takes it past the 1st down marker to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for New Jersey. And Tua throws it out the back of the end zone there. It's going to be 2nd down and goal. Tua throws it to the 2-yard line, but it is dropped by the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Tua sets up the screen. Kane has it. He's running towards the end zone, but the Breakers are able to stop him at the 3-yard line. That was a touchdown saving tackle there. And it's going to be 4th down, and the Generals are going to have to attempt a short field goal here. It's up, and it is good. And so we have a 9-point game now. It is 19-10 Breakers. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now. Stroud throws it deep over the middle, and that is caught by Juwan Johnson. All the way to the 29-yard line. What a throw there by Stroud. Stroud just gets it off. And he completes it near the sidelines to Olave. That goes for 9 yards. It's 2nd down and 1. Stroud throws it over the middle. It is dropped. I couldn't tell who that was who dropped it, but it's going to be 3rd down and 1. And Stroud hits the intended receiver there for a 1st down. That is Granson. I think that's the first time we've called his name today. But that'll move the chains. Breakers come out in I formation now at the 16-yard line. Pitch is made to Eckler, and he makes something of it. He gets 8 yards as he eclipses the 100-yard mark. Eckler a little gimpy getting up off the field, and he checks out of the game. Vaughn's now in at running back, 2nd down and 2. Vaughn, and he hits the hole and gets the 1st down to the 4-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for the Breakers. Play action by Stroud. Can't find anybody. He's now going to try and run, but he has nowhere to go. And that's going to make it 2nd down and goal. Eckler back in the game. He gets the carry, and he's going to take it into the end zone. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is here. This might be coming back. Unless it's like a face mask or something. Nope, holding on the Breakers. That's going to take a touchdown off the board. This time it was on David Edwards, the guard. So it's now 2nd down and goal all the way back to the 13-yard line. Eckler with the handoff, but he's going to lose a yard. And now there's a Breaker offensive lineman that is injured. And that is Darisaw. He's going to the locker room. 3rd down and goal. Stroud tries to set up a screen to Thomas, and he's only able to get to the 7-yard line. But the penalty pretty much doomed the rest of that drive. So the Breakers on for another field goal attempt. It is good, and so the Breakers increase their lead to 22-10. I formation for the Generals coming out here on 1st and 10. Tua's going to try and run it, and They could call that a sack, but he barely lost any yardage there. It's 2nd down and 10. And that's a real sack. Tua goes down once again. And that's a 5-yard loss that time. And it's going to be 3rd down and 15 now. Tua throws it over the middle. It is caught. That is Burks. What a throw there by Tua. As he was getting ready to get sacked once again, and he just made a perfect throw there. And Tua feeling the pressure once again, has to throw it away. Breaker is able to get big time pressure so far this drive. Tua can't find anybody, and he's going to go down for a sack once again. That'll be a 3rd sack for the Breakers and the 2nd of this drive. Robert Spillane with the sack, and Tua is just not able to find anybody open. So it's going to be 3rd down and very long for the Generals, and they're running out of time. And they set up the screen. That's going to be well short of the 1st down, as Greenlaw makes the tackle. So Generals are going to go for it here on 4th and 9. Tua gets chased out of the pocket. He actually completes it to Thomas somehow, and he gets the 1st down. That was a tremendous play there by Tua, as he had to kind of do a 180 on the run before he threw it. So it's 1st down for the Generals at the 42-yard line of the Breakers. Tua throws it deep over the middle, and it is incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Quick throw to the flat to Thomas, and that's going to be no gain. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Tua getting pressured. He throws it to Thomas, who's going to go in for a touchdown. Breakers were blitzing, and Tua made him pay for it that time. Ian Thomas with the touchdown. And that's a 42-yard touchdown pass. The extra point is good, and we have a 1-score game now. It is 22-17 Breakers. Stroud's going to throw again, but this time it is incomplete. The Breakers aren't trying to run the clock out. They're staying aggressive, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now. Stroud throws it deep along the sidelines, and it is incomplete as he was trying to hit Olave there. And so the Breakers are going to have to punt, giving the Generals plenty of time here to potentially take the lead. And this is going to be returnable to the 28-yard line. So 2 minutes, 8 seconds is how much time the Generals have. They need a touchdown. And Tua finds a wide open receiver along the left side to the 49-yard line. Tua in the shotgun. And he finds his check down receiver. That's 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 upcoming. And Tua finds another open receiver. That is Pierce, and he gets to the 25-yard line. So the General is easily driving down the field here. And the ball is fumbled. Breakers are going to pick it up. What a big play there for the Breakers defense. Pending a reversal, we'll see if they review this call, but the ball was caught and then fumbled. Yeah, that's going to be a fumble. Ian Thomas made the catch, went a few steps, and the Breakers forced the fumble there. And that's going to do it. Breakers are going to win this one 22-17. A couple of key turnovers by the Breakers defense get them the victory today. And the Generals are going to fall to 8-5 on the season. Still have much to play for. Wow, what a game for the Breakers, taking this one 22-17. They're now on a 5-game winning streak, and the Generals just have to be shaking their heads after this one, as 2 costly turnovers in the red zone prevent them from getting a victory today, especially the one on the last drive. The Generals driving for the go-ahead touchdown, and they get a costly fumble after a catch on the final drive by Ian Thomas, the tight end. The Breakers obviously +2 on the turnover ratio, which was beneficial to them. They did outgain the Generals in yardage, 478 to 403. But the big difference is the yards per rush. The Breakers have 7.9, which of course the big play there by Eckler kind of made that number bigger. But it's still a big discrepancy there. The Breakers just made 2 or 3 more plays than the Generals today. Looking at the player stats, Tua had the interception in the first half. He did throw for 355, completing 62% of his throws. Stroud with another solid day, not turning the ball over. He completes 61% of his throws, and including a 75-yarder. Austin Eckler with a big day. As I mentioned, he had that 65-yard run early on, which helps his average. He ended up with 139 yards rushing. Keyshawn Vaughn coming in, getting some playing time. As the Breakers starter was out for the game, he did get 5 carries for 18 yards. Receiving wise, Breakers spreading the ball a little bit. Brian Thomas led all receivers with 6 catches, averaging 10 yards a catch. Ian Thomas, he was having a game, but he had the costly fumble at the end of the game, and he did have 2 drops in the game, and that ended up costing him the game. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. Breakers now on a 5-game winning streak. We're now definitely in running for that first place #1 seed in the conference. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. If you enjoyed this video, be sure and like and subscribe. Check out the channel. I've been live streaming many of the games from around the USFL, including the Breakers games when I'm not creating a video for them. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you next time.